Namaskar, everybody. Okay, for some reason, have been fascinated with bugs and insects since quite some time, and I used to shoot some images of them in my Xperia phones a long time ago. Fast forward, and I started working, and I got a job as a project manager at a firm called EY at Kochi. So I moved over. Uh, Ali, I used to stay at a flat, and every night at around 10 or 11, I would go out. I start walking out. I bought a camera pretty recently. This was by mid 2015 or late 20, or yeah, by late 2015. So I started taking photos and I started noticing things. Somehow, all of a sudden, it was like this world of night at the museum. Everything would come into life. All of a sudden, you see insects jumping around, things roaming around at night, and nobody would notice it. Everybody would be asleep, fast asleep. And then after some time, I had to move out to a different house, which was something like a couple of kilometers away only from my office, and it was the city outskirts. Amazing place. They had a small rubber plantation kind of a thing. ಆಮೇಲೆ it was full of life. I mean, I didn't know how much it had. I didn't know what it had in store. So by then I had started shooting them very slowly, silently, and stuff like that. So yeah, once I reached there, I started shooting things and started noticing that there are much more things to see than just things that I had already seen any which way. So yeah, I'll show off what all I've seen and what all I've documented. Of course, some might not be the best of the photographs. I didn't even know how to shoot back then. I didn't have a macro lens. It was just a reversal ring or a stupid magnifying glass which was held in front of the lens to achieve some magnification back then. Yeah, so I'll showcase what I used to see. I unfortunately couldn't get any clippings or videos of the place I used to stay at. This was whatever I'm going to show you right now is in a span of about 60 feet by 60 feet. Yeah, that is the area that I'm going to cover. All the things that I'm going to show you have been shot there, unless a few things that I talk about later. Okay, these are the first initial things that I saw. I saw something which was very shiny and jumpy. When I shone my flashlight at it, it was pretty beautiful. All colors, all possible colors. I didn't know what it was. I didn't even know it was a jumping spider. For me, it was a spider. That's all. Yeah, Avaga, I thought I'll shoot a few pics and then failed miserably. And then found another thing which had nice headlight like eyes. Again, failed miserably. And yeah, it started going on for a few days, so on and so forth. And finally, I started seeing that these things go run away from me as soon as I get closer. And getting them in focus was a difficult task. So all these things, jumpers, I thought, okay, from my experience till then, I skipped about about a few thousand photos. Fast forward to where I am right now. From my experience of looking at jumpers, I noticed that they don't harm you in any way. They are very cute beings, very nice to shoot at. So one day there was a marathon, and I saw that there was something running on my shoulder. I didn't notice what it was. So this is something I shot away from my home. Upon closer inspection, it was a jumping spider. And then this bloody thing, you know what it did? It actually bit me on my arm. It's a reen actually. So not the best possible photo, but yeah, it's a reen. Take my Rene or reen, whatever you call it. Take my word for it. It is that. So this bugger bit me on my forearm. The first time I ever got bit by a spider was this. And then I realized, okay, these things bite too, and I have to stay away from it. Fine. Another day, I see that on my window sill there is a huge spider, which was this huntsman. I didn't know what it was back then, but yeah, it was pretty huge, almost about 3.5 inches end to end. So I took a few pics and then moved on. And another day, I found another one. And another day, I found another one. There were quite a few apparently. So one fine day, I shot this image and then I was processing. And in my room, I see that while I was processing it, that huntsman moved across on the wall and sat in front of me. This is something on I had shared on WhatsApp to Hayat to show what amazing things I have in my uh, in my eye. So it's the same old things. The way they walk was amazing. It was fascinating for me. Look how they move their legs in parallel and all together. It's like those legs are a couple. That's how they move. That's how slowly, silently, patiently. There was a lizard in front of it actually. So I don't know what it had planned to do. Maybe kill the lizard or have it for food or get whatever it wanted to do. I don't know. But yeah, this is what had happened that day. And then I found a few other equipment and I thought I should shoot better images. And then this was, I started venturing out, started venturing more and more. And I found something extremely amazing. This was the first of a kind. I didn't know what it was. I mean, even now I don't recollect the ID to say, but it was a beautiful specimen. It had something like specks on its eyes. So if you notice, Cyclops wears this cartoon character wears something like this to prevent humans. So something like that. And I also used to make small snippets of what they look like. I used to have video recordings also. And the funnel web spider, another day, another funnel web spider, another thing, and then another cute jumping spider. And then this of late, I don't know, I was telling somebody, Jitesh, I guess, no, Jitesh Chinmay. So they were like, okay, this is nice. And finding the black thing is rare. I was like, okay, I then recollected, I had seen something like that in Kochi. So this was an amazing find of that time. It had killed an ant and it had held it by its neck. So I didn't know what it was doing, or I didn't pay close attention. I just got a 55 macro lens back then and started roaming around. And then after a while, I noticed that this was something more than what had met the eye. So I fired flash and everything, and I noticed it had beautiful patterns and everything. It had caught this ant by the neck. That is the first time I saw a crab hunt, I guess, the first ever time. So then again, a small snippet of what it looked like. Unfortunately, there is nothing that needs to be done here. I don't know why. Yeah, for some reason it was moving around its legs in a weird pattern every now and then. I didn't have a tripod, so a lot of shake. Uh, so as if it was drumming on the prey. I don't know why. So that was a nice thing. And signature spiders and more flexibles, more huntsmen, and go more closer. Also, this, yeah, today I have a better shot of this, which was shot in Bengaluru. But back then, for me, this was like, oh wow, nice, colorful spider. This is the most colorful spider on earth, and all that. So this was the thing that gave me that satisfaction back then. So that was the fun of it. And then I started shooting even more, ventured out to other places, and I saw that these buggers were pretty powerful and they could hunt and kill things which were much larger than that. So now, a few days ago, I was compiling a list of all spiders I've seen, uh, and I was noticing that this fellow had caught something so huge that it couldn't. I mean, it could barely manage, and that was a flatidary canary or whatever, some plant hopper or tree hopper. I don't recollect right now, and it was finding it difficult to find a soft spot where it can catch hold of the prey and eat it. So it was twisting and turning around, and it did a 360 check of where it could bite that insect from. So that was a fun thing. And then I see a couple of feet away from all that action is this amazing fellow. I don't know why, cleaning himself, whatever reason that is. So that was there. And then I found something, some dead species and all. So I had tried to shoot higher magnifications back then. This was with a torchlight at night. And then I saw, initially at first sight, I thought this was also a spider. I mean, from far away, from a distance. Then, but it's a molt. I don't know what had happened. If it had molted and then jumped away, or it was just the empty molt which had fallen in it. Uh, whatever it is. And then I saw something fishy, something creepily move around. Actually, this was scorpion mimic, Bavia, now Indo, whatever that. So, and then started moving out more and saw huntsman cockroaches hunt and kill. Sorry, huntsman spiders hunt and kill cockroaches, and what plant hoppers, and and other spiders and crickets and whatnot. They were like the best control ever possible. Mm, yeah. So more images of that. I used to have a torchlight. And yeah, this was the first time I saw something which was even more colorful. I had forgotten the fact that I had seen a Siler quite some time ago. And this was the most metallic thing I found. I showed it to my house owner in Kochi. Oh, he was like most awestruck and all that. Oh, okay. I've come here quite a few times, but I've never seen something like this. This is interesting and all that. And then I also got motivated by all that, and then he started understanding why I roam out in the night with a torch, or in the broad daylight. And whenever my friends used to visit my place, he used to say, "This guy has gone nuts. He doesn't know what to do. Maybe we have to find a girl for him and get him married soon, or get his parents from Bangalore, or send him back to Bangalore. He has gone nuts." And then some fine day, when I actually showed him what I was doing, he was like, "Oh, okay, okay. You know what? There is an insect behind my house. Come, I'll show you. Shoot that also." So that was the kind of interest that he showed as well. So this is, I don't know, no, Paravixia. Yeah. So it was, yeah, that was feasting on a grasshopper that had fallen prey into its web. So this is a close up of it. And this was one of the most gory things that I've seen. It had cut this grasshopper open somewhere. You could somehow see the flesh kind of thing, and a few juices ooze out of this. It was pretty good. It was pretty intense. Something I don't know if this were to be seen in a larger mammal, people would be scared of it and run away and all those things. So that is another thing. And then these things were pretty fascinating in the beginning stages, when they used to sit on these twigs. I could barely notice. Then when I got to know that they're there, every other time I used to go search for them. And these are again night walks, and how they eat aphids as well. I didn't know they were aphids also. Some fly, I used to think. It's a fun thing. So this fellow would stay behind the leaf and crawl around as if it's some James Bond agent or something, and pounce on these things and kill them, overpower them. This, I don't know what it is, probably lycocid or something. I had seen for the first time, and I thought it was something special for the way it had structured itself. More links, more links, more Hillas, more signature. So go on, go on, go on. And then I find something new, which sits in a weird stance, which is like a pointed thing. I go close and I try to record. Again, I fail miserably. I have other photos which has eyes in focus, but yeah, this was the first thing. And then more amazing huntsman. So this is that other thing where the abdomen is smaller and then more links. And then this was a great revelation to my house owner. He was like, no, 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 you're nuts. What insects do you see? How many insects have you seen? I've seen ants all my life. How old are you? He was about 70 years old. You don't know half of what I know. This is an insect. I mean, this is an ant and all that. So I showed him. Some time I asked him to touch it. He took his hand somewhere over here. This fellow jumped about half a feet into thin air and started dangling in the air with its what drag line. So then he was, Wintermo, no, no, this is hanging. No, no, okay, okay, you're right. This is a spider. Okay, then he agreed. So these were fun interactions back then. And then more fintillas, more other side. Oh, okay, this is the kind of images I used to have. So I used to shoot with a 3570 reverse swing and try to make some images. I don't know what got into me. So any which way, I have other pics, but I wanted to show something which to show that not the most focused images are the not ones which matter and all that. So again, more crab spiders, more jumpers. Okay, this was in the night. I This fellow used to sleep at night like this in a small web kind of thing. And if I saw it at daytime, I don't know where it would be, but it had built a web. And every night I go see it used to stay there. Some more Radiovixa, some more. And the same huntsman. Okay, now comes the part where I make big diffuser and carry it out to shoot images. So, so this amazing thing when this I found the other time, and this was the first time I ever saw Chrysilla. So my perception of the most colorful spider that I can see kept on changing forever. So this I thought was the most colorful spider. Initially it was Tenellus, and then Siler, and then now Chrysilla, and then so Amativa, Hylas, and newly molded female. This was an amazing thing. So yeah, very nice thing to watch. This somebody I saw I met called it as an Aulaki spider. Aulaki is puffed rice. It lays flat, right? So this is on a grass blade. As much as the as flat as the grass blade was, this fellow used to sit under the grass blade like this. So it and it used to stay there for quite some time. I don't know for probably I've seen it for a couple of weeks at the least. And then yeah, with nice webs. Like I said, there were quite a few rubber trees in my backyard, and these things would make a nice coating of web on the rubber trees. And at a certain angle, if you look at the rubber trees and at around 10 or 11 in the morning and 4 5 in the evening, you could see the whole tree shimmer in reflection by this web light. I mean, reflection of light from this web sunlight. So it would be something like a golden shimmering uh, thing. So this was again an amazing revelation. There is a cyclosa here. So if I miss focus, I don't see that it is there at all. And more interesting things. I see more details. I'm more fascinated. I want to go out more. Okay, this was yeah, this was a very interesting find. So actually, this image doesn't do any form of justice to how beautiful this Asimonia was. The amount of colors it had on it, and you shine torch on it. From each angle, it would show different or new colors. It was that amazing. And yeah, this is how amazing I used to get images. It was right when the spider jumped. So probably 0.05 milliseconds later, and I would have caught it on air or something like that. Any which way. More spiders, more spiders, more. Okay, somebody has admitted this. Yeah. You can see the new diffuser popping out here, more characters. Again, these are not the most processed images. I just wanted to show how I mean raw images, which aren't meant to showcase how beautiful they are, and it is just to show that I've recorded this too. So yeah, more Simonia, more crabs, more amazing crabs, more links, and fine. This was the first time I saw a lynx which had about some 50, 60 babies. And this fellow, amazing people here. They stand at the edge of class, of course you would know by now. And this was behind a female for a few days. So I don't know. I mean, not a few days, for a short while probably. So it would I don't know. Probably it was trying to get on the female or something. But yeah, failed miserably, like me trying to get the pics done. So yeah, more records, more amazing finds, more new and mimics, and these were like the ultimate kinds of things. So I thought I'd seen everything that I had to see. I had seen everything that my backyard had to offer, and again, amazing moths also were there. That's the reason I get this here. So there was a huge, not huge, probably a couple of meters of place by 2 feet where these flowers were grown. So I used to find all these things, hylas and nice orb weavers and all these things, hang around all those things. Any which way, more jumpers. I don't know if this is Facius or Cocalus, either of them. Facius probably. More, these were the ultimate form of camouflage back then. For a jumper to stay this hidden, it was almost impossible. On a rubber tree, this color mimic this, and unless it makes a movement, it is impossible to notice because you see these things. This matches on the spider's face as well. So it's kind of impossible to see. So if you look at it, I had to, because there is a different light or different texture here, you can notice it. Otherwise, if you see, all this matches up with this. It is quite impossible to say what is what. And this goes with the wood or the tree bark. Any which way, more things, and I see more amazing moments where this amazing fellow was killed by another spider. Then I got to know, okay, these are carnivores, not only carnivores, but things which eat their own beings too. Hmm. Okay. And then more amazing things, yet more amazing things, and even more. This was the first time I saw it with an egg, and then pretty soon I saw one carry babies as well. So that was a nice thing. And more spiders. This is probably a plexipus. It was being attacked by this. This I thought was an ant, but it is not an ant. It is an ant mimic. It's probably a Coronida. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah. This was the first time. It was in 2016, 2017, I guess. I couldn't find this image, so I downloaded one from WhatsApp, something I had sent to Hayat back then. So I didn't know. This was the most colorful thing I had ever found. What is this thing? It has so many more colors than what I had seen till then. It was, I don't know, I had lost my mind then. So then we got to know, Sumuka had told me this is something called Chrysilla. Yeah, this exists. I have shot it too. Any which way, going on, more maneuvers and more huntsmen, more odd weavers, more news for male and female, more Qcitias. And yeah, this wow, I don't even know it. I was shooting it, I lost it for a bit, and I had to find it back. I want to see where it is. I want to take a better image of it. How do I even find it? On some place where there was only like this. I couldn't even see it unless it made a movement. So I waved my hand around it and it moved. That is when I could see it. Otherwise, no. And more, and oh yeah, the first time I noticed that these things mimic poop. Hayat was telling me there are things called poop mimic spiders. Okay, the other time I showed a moth only because I wanted to show this. On the same flowering plants, there was this amazingly huge fellow. This guy would strike on every 3 or 4 days, catch whatever is possible, and devour that for I don't know, probably half an hour, 45 minutes, and then walk away. So this is how awesome he was. He wouldn't let anything live. I have seen sometimes that things would dangle out of their body parts, and he wouldn't let go. Any number of flies, no matter what, he wouldn't let go of its prey. And female Asimonia, and yeah, this is the thing. And this was a nice time where an ant was trying to get a part of this kill. It was a nice moment. So yeah, more poop mimic, and this was the first time I saw a huntsman carrying an egg case inside a small chamber. It stayed there for a couple of weeks and didn't go anywhere. Yeah, wow, this was the first time I saw another poop mimic spider. I just tried to get a record shot, moved on. This thing which used to stay at night. Okay, I noticed that this fellow wouldn't weave a web. It would have some 2 or 3 drops on it. It would have a web which was about 3 4 centimeters and would have 3 4 drops of I don't know, whatever it is, 3 4 drops on it. And then yeah, more headsmen, more beautiful ones. This is what I'm talking about. It would have beautifully formed droplets on it, and it would sit actually in a different position. Yeah, like this. Not the most focused, but yeah, like this. It would leave its leg down and it would rotate it. So that was fun to watch. Unfortunately, didn't record a video quite a few times, and this was in the same place for about 3 weeks or so. And I used to go take a look at this fellow every night about 10 or 11 o'clock. Initially, this whenever I shone my flash, it would go into a defensive position and go on top of this leaf and sit there hiding. But later on, with time, at the end of the third week or something, it would stay intact even if I shine my flash and it would still spin. So more species. Oh yeah, this was an amazing find. What I didn't know what was back then, got to know. Okay, this was a record on one fine day. And okay, I see this female, and then I move on. I see something is there on my arm. I mean, running on the ground. I shoot this, record this. I come back. This is still there, and then I go. I find a nice characters. Okay, one fine day, I came back from work, and as usual, routine after dinner, I took my torch and went out to see. There were quite a few green huntsmen in the area too. So I go out and see. There was a green huntsman. It had a kill. I was like, oh wow, nice! It has made a kill today. Now I'll go get my camera and shoot and all that. I took a few pics. Then when I noticed further, it was that dearly beloved Bolas poop mimic which it had killed and had devoured it. This, I guess, was the saddest moment. I called Hayat. I don't know at what time this was. This was at 1:56 a.m. One of the most saddest things to have ever happened. This day, I guess I had a couple of drops go by too. This is where the bolas was, and the huntsman has found it. I guess this was a gravid female then. And then I see that there was a place where that Tilamonia would stay as well. I didn't know what to feel. This fellow, I scolded it as much as possible, and I was sad for this losing its life. Any which way, fast forward a few days later. there was another poop mimic spider which had taken its place. It wasn't the same thing, but what is this? Oh, sorry. Oh yeah, this is another retreat of another jumper. Rene, yeah, huntsman, more links. Okay, I am out of my time, so I'll quickly show a couple of things which I felt. Oh yeah, I'll show a couple of things which I thought were interesting finds, and I haven't found anywhere else. This, what I guess, is a Nivacha. Uh, is something amazing. This was one of the best finds ever I had done in. I had seen in Kochi. I had seen along with this a Bretus, male and female. What else? An EPS. Yeah, I'll show a few more photographs. 8:30 it is already. Probably a couple of minutes more. Yeah. So that was the, and I shot a couple of videos of this too. So this was the frontal image. I love this fellow. And Hellas. Okay, remember the Pavia? Okay, back then it was a Pavia. Uh, the other day I'd seen it was a routine checkup. Every day I would go walk around it, and I saw one day that it had killed a pretty huge crab spider, almost its own size. So I made a video of it. I don't know. Okay, that's Pink Floyd. I was playing music when I was shooting this. Anyway, so again, more spiders, more menorahs, more crab, more stineratus. I saw something move on my hand again. I shot this fellow, and I come back. I shot. Okay, this is the turn of events in a span of all this happened. Okay, I see this at 2:57. No, not 2:57. Okay, I see this at 2, and then I move ahead. I see this at 2:23. See this at look at the timestamp. So and the amount, probably in half an hour, I might have half an hour or 1 hour. I might have spotted about 10 different spiders or insects altogether, and all of them were in unique positions. So this was a hell that's feeding on a grasshopper, and I turn right. There is another female, which was a slightly older one. Turn left, that, and another Manomeras, and a crab waiting in ambush. So what else? Crab mother with all her kids. This was a nice find too. And this is a Bretus. The first time I'd seen one, and I had thought this was a Portia. I was so happy that I saw a Portia. My happiness had no bounds. Any which way, sadness followed. That's a different story. And what is this? Oh yeah, okay. This is a special find. Okay, this was a nice caterpillar that used to weave a small web kind of a thing every now and then, and these people would pull it out and eat it. This and this. Every now and then, this female huntsman would come out, eat something that I liked, which was cute, and go away. And this was another nice, interesting find. Come back to position and had started munching on it. Yeah, and this was still going on and on. And what was a plum caterpillar, it had become something like I don't know how to call it, some gooey substance that was really harsh to look at. Not the best thing. These people, I didn't know they could catch plant hoppers and eat too. I mean, those are fast beings, and these, if they could match their speed, amazing. Oh yeah, this was like some movie. There's somebody who sits on all this throne of skulls, right? That is what I thought initially. How this thing is, and this crab, poor fellow, female being taken over by a wasp, and this ant was trying to steal that crab kill away from the wasp. This was an interesting thing to watch as well. And again, molting tetragnats, so more of them, and cute carotas with wasp kill, which usually is the other way around. These things are parasites which go kill other insects, and this fellow amazing one had killed her itself. And this again poop me. I don't know why these spiders have some weird structures or formations made around them. I don't know. I've seen this in quite a few poop mimics. So then, yeah, I found a mirrored spider too. This was at Phyticia. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm out of time. So more spiders. Oh yeah, this was the one which returned to that place where that other bolas was. So this was another good mimic, and I was pretty happy with it. Fine, not bad. So this was okay. There were quite a few kids in that area. Miotipa below a banana leaf. I don't know what this is. And again, these things. So Miotipa again. What are these things? Okay. What is this? I think oh yeah, this was a brilliant moment that I found. So I was walking around, and this kid, what happened was it jumped up because I set a foot. I set foot. Because I set foot, it jumped and landed about 15 or 15-20 centimeters away from the spider's web. It was still on the web, but at a distance where this spider was. So this spider ran, caught hold of this cricket, went back into position, turned it around, found a soft spot, dug on it, and all this happened in less than about 4 seconds. All this, the whole action. I couldn't even I couldn't even follow it, barely follow it. All this action happened so fast. This poor thing it was being dragged by a wasp, and that wasp left it for some time. I took a pic and went away. Again, oh yeah, I had seen a Thiania too, and this Carotus was in a, and this was some other. Okay, long stories. I don't know. Vipin had posted something where there were quite a few jackal flies. So again, these things were being scared by the hairless, but these things were in the blind spot. Very happy. Oh yeah, this was the first time I called it Hulk Hogan spider. I didn't know what it was back then. This was a find of a lifetime. I have more pics of it. I had filtered some. So this is how it looked. Huge pedipalps, huge fellow. It kind of looked scary for a moment. Uh, yeah, but pretty big in size, almost more than 1.5 centimeters. So this was a resting one, and this weevil was just beside henchman or crab's nest. I forgot which one. And mimic. Oh yeah, this is another story, but yeah, I'll skip that. This was something for the first time. EPS with her kids. EPS with her kids. What else do I show? And then other loads of other spiderlings on something. So yeah, that's about it. And I had seen something which I have seen a few things which I couldn't record, and I don't know their ideas. And I'll show a couple of things which were pretty new to me, and the okay, till now whatever I showed was in my backyard in Kochi, all in a span of about 60 by 60 feet, except the Rene or Reen, whatever you call it, that bit big. So this is spiders of not Kochi, but only my backyard spiders. Kochi, oh yeah, that also comes in, and I had a place which was about an hour and a half journey from for me, and Okay, most people would know Tattekad. That was an amazing spot. I have been there quite a few times because whoever comes to my place, I would take them. So yeah, I had been there a few times, and my friends would take out a huge tele lens to shoot birds with it. So I would usually go with something like an extension tube or similar. Where did it go, man? I had a Porsche here. I lost it somewhere. Any which way. That was the first time I had ever seen a Porsche. I was extremely excited. It was a sight of a lifetime. I had read about it because I thought that British was a Porsche. I read about it. I got to know that it is a spider-eating spider. I mean, such cruel thing, such amazing, intelligent thing. I had always wanted to see one. So I stood in front of that Porsche for about half an hour. Throughout, it was munching on something it had just killed in a bamboo thicket. It was literally in plain sight. Anything would have could have killed it. So yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, people, yeah, I have one record here probably. Yeah, this is how it was. I have other pics of it, but yeah, this is the one I can show for the time being. Amazing spines on its body. No amount of image I shot that day could do justice. If I had an opportunity to shoot this thing now, I would have used. I would use two or three flashes and show its complete beauty uh, in broad daylight. So no, different. Oh yeah, this was it. Yeah, this is the spider. Beautiful creature, extremely wonderful. Has amazing colors on it, and this photo is useless to show all of it. And I'd found some pretty rare ones too. This was another Chrysler Asirosa. Now my the bar of most colorful spiders had changed again. This nothing beats this. Honestly, even the other one, what is our Priscilla Lotta, or whatever, even those things won't beat how colorful these are. My photos are not enough to show its sheer beauty. They keep bouncing their butt up and down, their abdomen, and they move around. So there were two individuals that day I saw on a pole kind of a thing, something where there was barbed wire, and they sparred for a split second. Their legs went wide open, and it moved left to right, and the other one ran away. All this happened in less than about 10 seconds, and I didn't have good equipment to shoot it, but yeah, this is something we'll have to watch out for. The most amazing colorful spider that I've ever seen. And there were quite a few others from Tatekad which I didn't want to include, so I included that and that. I don't know what this is, but beautiful jumper, looked colorful. I don't know when I shot. I mean, sometime in 2017. Then couldn't find this image, so downloaded it off Facebook where I posted somewhere. Yeah, so that's about it. I overshot by 15 minutes. Sorry for that. I tried to cut down as much as possible, so I didn't tell stories of this Carotas and I don't know several others. So, but yeah, thanks for listening, people. This is my story. So.